Kawhi doesn't go anywhere else. He damn near doesn't even show up to the Clippers game.
Win as I'm the only person on this podcast with an undefeated team. Thank you so much.
Moving on. Moving.
But you can't condone a 4th and 2 to win the football game?
Bro, what, bro? Bro, put that joint on God.
Put that on God.
Welcome back, y'all. Y'all are now tuned into another episode of the Put That On God podcast. I'm here with my
Yes,
three
sir.
co-hosts. Y'all introduce yourselves, man.
Eric Scott.
Dominic Benson.
Jaden Klein.
Perfect. How's everybody feeling today?
Less than highly favored. Thank you so much.
I'm
Feeling-
filled.
I'm feeling good. My team got the win this Sunday.
Perfect.
Y'all
Before we
know
hop into the NFL recap of week 2, we're gonna touch on this great, wonderful game. Probably the best college game I've ever seen.
Put that on God. Put that on God.
You know damn well that ain't the best college football game you ever
Well,
seen.
before I was rudely interrupted, I was going to say besides the Penn State versus Ohio State game that I seen in person, where Marcus Allen blocked the field goal kick and they ran it back for the touchdown win. But you know, Colorado versus Colorado State. Now, there was a dirty hit that took place. Does anybody want to take that cake and talk about it first before I give my piece?
I want to talk about it first. I wholeheartedly believe if the roles were reversed and Travis Hunter was hit and what's his name? Chase Blackburn?
Henry
Blackburn? Travis
Where are
Hunter
you going with this?
If Travis Hunter hit Henry Blackburn, nobody will be even looking at this.
Put that on
We're
God.
only doing it because it's Travis Hunter and everyone's glazing him all around the country.
On God.
So was it?
I believe that. On God, I believe that.
So was it a delay here or not?
Bro, it was a delayed hit, but we've seen worse hits that people don't call.
Perfect.
So-
Let me can you put that on God that nobody would have even think twice about trying to tear down Travis Hunter for a dirty play, being a black man hitting a white man.
Bro,
Mind
So
you, there are
try to
people
turn it
that
into-
already hate Colorado.
bro, I do not believe that. I really don't believe that they're
Can you
penalizing.
put it on God? Can you
Bro.
put it on God?
On God, I believe that. On
So
God,
perfect.
I believe that. Now,
me
Travis
ask
Hunter,
you-
I feel for him. He got rocked. But
He's out 4 weeks due to that hit. 4.
2 of their most important games he's going to miss, Oregon and USC.
well, they shouldn't have been capping before that game. I believe some of that happened with Shadur Sanders, all that. Travis Hunter got dealt with for it. He got sacrificed.
What you saying right now is crazy.
Take work. It's nasty
It is.
work.
It is crazy
Disgusting
work.
work.
It's crazy work.
It was they're playing football, for God's
It was
sakes.
a
Like,
late
come on.
hit. The ball hit the ground before he hit
Listen,
Travis Hunter.
It was blatant, late, no penalty at all.
Nah,
You're
it was
sitting here saying he got dealt with.
it was
Eric
like,
and Damo,
I just need
Eric
y'all
and
to
Damo,
put it
no,
on
no.
God.
You know what has to happen to him? Daniel Jones has to be trotting out of bounds and somebody comes and knocks his ass out for that to be dirty. Then he's going to complain.
Nah.
Then you complain.
Nah.
No.
Even better, Dion. How about you put a helmet on and you take that late hit Travis Hunter
Or-
did and tell me what you want.
Perfect.
I'm
It's
not
football,
saying
Brody.
I'm not saying I could take the hit. I'm not saying any of that. My point is there's been plenty of guys all around college football that get hit all the time. Late hit on punt returns, kickoff returns, blocks in the backs, pushed out of bounds, and nobody even bats an eye. But now it's Travis Hunter, and they have this big stage. Now people are talking about suspensions, death threats. Like, bro,
This is where I have to stop you. Because it is. I've seen endless plays in college football, which hits were at the same caliber of that, but it was actually in play, and they got called for unnecessary roughness or targeting, which made the player be ejected.
Even in the same game.
Here, so you're about to sit here and tell me that he got dealt with and he didn't even get not even unnecessary
jokes.
roughness,
He didn't get
no
dealt
penalty.
with. But I feel as though that like I said before, and I'll keep saying, Travis Hunter hit somebody like that, no one's batting an eye. That
That's not
wasn't.
true.
Let me
That
You
ask
don't
gives
you.
him
believe?
more
Put that on God. Put that
ammunition.
on God.
Yes, I can put that on God. He's the highlight, bruh. Who have we been talking about since college football started? Colorado. Who the two players we've been all hyped about for Colorado? Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter. You
Perfect.
think on national television, if Travis Hunter would have did that hit on Henry Blackburn and he would have got hurt and he would have been out of the game.
No,
You're
I don't
sitting there
believe
about
that
to
anything
tell
would
you're
happen to
sitting
him.
there you're sitting there telling me everybody's
The,
going to
the
go, oh, was
announcers
he
were
gonna
like, "Oh my gosh, what a great hit!" I don't
So let
believe
me
anything
ask
is
you.
No.
happening to Travis Hunter, bro. Like,
So let me,
bro,
crazy?
okay, cool.
Jay.
It was a late hit. He got hurt, but go ahead, bro, go ahead.
So there's a two-part question. So first, you don't believe that hit deserved an ejection?
Okay, perfect. So if we're looking at it
No, no,
by
no.
the
I just need you to
rubric,
answer yes or
oh
no.
no,
You
no.
can
If we're
answer no
looking
because
at
I
it
have
by the
another question.
rubric and all the other late hits that got ejections, yeah, it deserves an ejection. If you're looking at it by the rubric, yeah, I guess.
You guess.
What the hell is go ahead, E.
Okay. I mean, because the next question I was going to ask him was, do you feel like I believe it was overtime, when Shador got hit late, do you feel like that deserved an ejection?
No.
Oh, wow.
Shador got
Oh
hit
God.
late. Oh God, I don't believe that. That was not that late of a hit.
He
That was
lost.
not a target. That was
Perfect.
not targeting. That
He
was not a
lost and
late
he
hit.
hit his head.
What?
Perfect. It
You're
was
Right.
He
hurting
That
hurting
that
literally
him.
yourself.
deserved no
walked into him
ejection.
and
You're
hit
about
his
to be
helmet.
nominated for self-harm.
Nah,
You are hurting
nah, I'm
yourself.
not. Nah, I'm
You
not.
are not
Yeah,
about to
nah, I'm
sit here.
not.
It's
So you're
Jaden. It's
telling me
just
that hit on
surreal.
Shador Sanders should have never been an ejection? And he
Bro,
helmet him
you
and
talking
then put
And
about
his
his helmet
helmet
was
Kamara?
his
You talking
permanently
about
visor
that
scarred.
Kamara
down.
when Kamara hit Shador Sanders? You talking about that?
Yes.
Yes.
Bro,
There's no
maybe.
way.
You know what? I'll give myself for the benefit of the doubt. I like to call myself old school. I like watching those Bears
Now,
back
you
in
know
the
what? I
day
got a question.
and those steel curtain Steelers.
Nah,
Maybe I'm
I got
old
a
school,
question.
so
I got a
And
question.
you saying the NFL team, we talking about college.
Hey, I
sorry.
got a question.
Sorry.
Jaden, if Daniel Jones had got hit like Shador Sanders got hit, would you feel the same way? And yes, I need an on God that you would feel the same way. That you
Perfect.
feel right now.
Sorry. I am a Giants fan. Of course, I'm biased. Give me another quarterback. Why you automatically going Daniel Jones out of all the quarterbacks in the NFL?
So it doesn't matter. If we name any
Perfect.
other
Sam
quarterback,
Howell
you're
gets
saying
hit like
nobody
that?
gonna
No. If Sam Howell gets hit
You
like
don't
that,
care about.
no. No.
not worried.
So the
Not
rules change with
worried.
people you like. That's what you're saying.
No,
Not
You
I didn't
change.
worried.
say that.
Okay.
You
He's
never
Not
asked me
harming
worried.
about my
himself.
own quarterback. Of course, I'm biased.
He's
Not
harming
worried.
himself.
Not worried.
He's
My
harming himself.
opinion. My opinion.
Perfect.
That
I would
opinion
like
is
to
sucks. I come
Oh.
to tell you
real,
this first. It
real,
sucks.
real
Sorry,
bad
my opinion.
opinion, Birdie. Real
Oh.
bad opinion. And like we were just touching on, saying he's receiving death threats. There was actually I looked on an Instagram post under his post actually. It leads me to believe that this is true. He actually turned the comments off. There was a few comments that said, this young man has actually raped a lot of girls.
That's nuts. That's
I
nuts.
Okay,
I'm
perfect. Ejection.
I pray to God that's
Suspension.
not true. What?
Nah,
You should
raping people is insane. Now,
keep your
now I
mouth.
know that background. Now that I'm inclined to change my answer. He's a rapist. He's a rapist, and he has the nerves to be hitting the great Travis Hunter like that, and he's a
Oh no,
rapist.
nah. You know what?
Joke, joke,
No, no.
joke,
No.
joke,
Eric,
joke.
Eric, 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 Eric Damo. No, we don't gotta do that. We're just gonna move on. Now, moving on to the recap of NFL Week 2. We've seen a lot of great games, but before we even get into it, there was a
For it,
devastating
viewers,
I
it was
got it.
jokes, trolls.
there was a devastating injury earlier this night. Nick Chubb. I'm
Oh,
inclined to believe that he broke his leg, the
It looked
same
real
leg that
bad.
he injured in college. Uh,
I
I
think he injured that
wholeheartedly,
major in the NFL too. I'm not gonna lie.
I wholeheartedly believe that his career. I don't want to say it, but it might be over, and the Browns' season is over as well. Does anybody else have any input on that?
perfect. I got a question for the viewers. Now that we're seeing Saquon get injured, J.K. Dobbins get injured, Nick Chubb get injured, is the NFL right for what they're doing, not paying running backs? Because clearly they say that they don't have a good, a career. They can't have a long career in the NFL. They don't deserve to get paid like quarterbacks and other skilled players. So does the NFL, do we have to actually look back and say, maybe they got a point?
I'm gonna be the first one to speak because I was arguing with my brother with this. After this happened, he did text. Yeah, it really is sad to say. It's really sad to say because he made some great points that you can get any running back out of college, free agent. They can probably come out there and give you at least 100 yards, 1,000 yard season, and get paid chump change. Now, do I like it? No, I don't. But you seeing injuries like this, we won't see Nick Chubb for the rest of the season. So,
Definitely.
and he's one of the best running backs in the game. So, yeah, can't be mad at the NFL.
Perfect. Another injury I wanted to touch on. Now there were some speculations that this may just be an excuse to get out of his terrible team performance. Joe Burrow with an aggravated calf strain. Does anybody believe that story, or how do we feel about the Bengals now going forward? Does that change anybody's perspective?
Eric, go ahead, bro.
Um,
You know he's gonna hate. You know he's gonna hate.
nah, I'm not. First, I mean, I believe his he probably re-aggravated his calf. He already came into the season hurt. I personally didn't expect him to start the season to actually come out and play, so that surprised me. But I think it depends on the Bengals season, to be honest, because I think if he can come back around week 8, week 9, middle of the season, then maybe they could make a little late playoff run, a little playoff push. Because I expected him to come second in the division anyway, so I never expected him to win the division. I chose against him. I chose the Ravens, but um, I think if he can come back by like week 9 and be just 80% of what he like what we're like used to seeing, he'd be nice. The Bengals would
So
be.
you expect this injury to keep him out till then?
Yeah, because I mean, originally, if I'm not mistaken, he wasn't. I think Jamar Chase had told him not to play until week 6. He came out. He started week 1. So I mean, initially they had expected him to be out for a little bit anyway. So
Perfect.
Um,
Are you going down? I'm gonna go ahead, bro.
yeah, I'm about to say I'll go ahead. It's gonna be a tough season for the Bengals if Joe Burrow is not healthy. If he's going to continue to deal with an aggravated calf strain, then it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for the Bengals. Sad to say, I hate the fact that the Ravens might win this division if he's not healthy. Don't smile. Do not smile. Do not smile. Because I believe if he's healthy, they're winning this division. But we're going to see how this calf strain goes with Joe Burrow. I still believe if Joe Burrow can play, they're going to be number 1 in the division. They will bounce back. That's my take.
Perfect. I'll go next. Like I said, I don't think this calf strain is gonna keep Joe Burrow out, and I feel like he's gonna play through it. And I still think the Bengals are winning this division, and I give my analysis as to why J.K. Dobbins blown off. Beckham, number 1 blown off, and it did. And I just don't see thank God, thank God for Eric that Mark Andrews came back, but he is not 100%. Lamar at this point, he's going to be throwing to Zay Flowers, and Zay Flowers and Nelson Aguilar. I just don't see that being a playoff team or number 1 team in that division, and their schedule's not getting any easier. So, I mean, Joe Burrow's had starts. He started 0-2 last year, and they went to the AFC Championship. So, sorry.
Perfect. So you're saying Joe Burrow's always had slow. Oh, let me correct myself. Joe Shiesty, he's always had slow starts. So you're not worried he's going to come out on
No.
top of this.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about Joe. He didn't play on a training camp like we previously stated. He's still getting back into the rhythm. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are still trying to find that beautiful connection between them. So, you know, we just gonna wait on the Bengals.
Perfect. Moving on. So we all watched these or most of these games. So out of everybody, I need at least two games that stood out to you, and you can explain why if you care, or if you don't care, maybe for obvious reasons. So I'll start off two games that stood out to me. You know, I got a lot of people around me that are random Chargers fans. I don't understand why. There's no reason they should have lost to Tennessee. I don't understand what the hype about the Chargers is, especially after how they showed who they really are against Trevor Lawrence. I don't get it. But moving on. And another game that stood out to me, the Commanders. Oh my gosh. You know, Eric, I usually hate on the Commanders, but what a way for them to come out and come back. I didn't expect it. I'm really starting to consider, is Russell Wilson washed? Is he washed?
Why
Is
are
he
we just
filled?
now considering this?
He's been well,
Uh,
bro.
you know, because last season everybody was coming down hard on him. Pause. So I just wanted him to get a fair shot this next season come out, but he might be filled. Sierra must be doing something to him.
Has Russell Wilson ever been this amazing quarterback, or was he covered by his defense?
I wouldn't say he was covered by his defense, but he hasn't been this amazing quarterback that people have hyped him up to be.
He's been covered by his defense. Straight like that. Straight like that. He had one of the best defenses in the league. We can possibly, you know what I'm
Ever.
saying, can put him top right. We can possibly say they was best defense top five ever. And he was the quarterback for that defense. Now I'm not gonna take nothing away from him to say, yeah, but we really say Russell Wilson went out there and really win those games. We only got a couple on our list. So no. And then if we really being honest, we started to see him getting really washed his last season in Seattle. So yeah.
So
Mm.
perfect. Who wants to name their two most impressive wins for the week?
Allow me.
Oh God.
Yep, come on.
The New York Football Giants.
Football Giants.
Let me just provide a little background. See, we came into that game 20. Obviously, we were rattled. We came out there short. We were rattled from the previous game, and that's okay. That's okay. But as the coach of the year, Brian Daboll, the coach of the year, Brian Daboll, went out after halftime and rallied the troops. And all these guys want to tell me Daniel Jones this. Damo said last episode, when I think of the New York Giants, I think of Saquon Barkley. The reason why we beat the Cardinals was Daniel Jones. Strictly Daniel Jones.
Not impressive.
You can hate all you want. You can hate
No
all you
hate.
want. Daniel
No hate.
Jones went out
Not
there and
impressive.
played well. Now the second game, I want to shout out to the Giants. All those people that were down the Giants. Shout out to the
We won
Giants.
by 3 points against the Arizona Cardinals.
Continue to
You're basically in the same field as the Commanders when they won week 1 by 1 point.
because
It's
that's
not
what.
impressive.
No,
It's
sorry.
not
We
impressive.
came back from
It
28-7,
is not
20-0.
28-7.
impressive. Why
Perfect.
are you down
Listen,
28 to nothing against the Arizona Cardinals to
listen,
begin
listen,
with?
listen, listen,
Not
listen.
impressive.
Keep
We were
knocking him off.
down. Stuff happens. We were down and we came back. We won the game. It is what it
Jaden,
is.
the fact that you're highlighting this game, you should not be impressed by your Giants' performance. I don't care how much 31 unanswered points, I do not care. You
Listen,
should not
dog.
be proud. You were just in the playoffs
Listen,
last year. No. You
listen,
listen.
bro.
You listen.
I
You
don't
were
want to
just in
listen
the
to this.
playoffs. No. You need to. You
He
need
don't
to.
want
You were just in the playoffs last
Perfect.
season. You
I
were
don't want to
just in the
listen to this.
playoffs last season. You had a freaking playoff victory last season, and you come out week 1, you don't score. Then you come week 2 and try and then pull on this miracle performance that we're supposed to get hyped about against the Arizona Cardinals that has Joshua Dobbs at the helm.
Stop stealing stuff from First Take, because I watched First Take earlier.
Guess what? Guess what? They didn't even talk about the Giants and the Cardinals on First Take.
Put that on God.
Oh, guess what? That means I didn't see it, buddy. Sorry. This is not true takes. Who the hell is impressive with the Giants winning this game?
Listen.
But you.
Listen,
But
this is a testament to our team and the culture that we set around that New York Giants
What's the second
facility
game,
that
Jaden?
we
What's the
don't
second?
give
What's the
up. That
second
we
game?
don't give up. That's all it is.
What's the
Now the
second game?
second game.
What's
Thank
the
you.
second game?
Thank you. The second game I want to touch on. I want to touch on that Kansas City Jacksonville game. Now, I don't know if Travis Kelce's still dealing with an injury. He does not. He looked real slow. Granted, it's his first game. The Chiefs' offense looked discombobulated. I don't know what's going on in Kansas City. They really missing their offensive coordinator, like I keep saying. I'm really concerned about the Chiefs. I don't think they will be repeating as champions, and I don't even think they're going to the AFC Championship.
Are you putting it out there that Travis Kelce is filled up on hors d'oeuvres?
No, I am putting it out there that he's getting dealt with. Like I said last episode, Travis Kelce during training camp was punching his teammates. He was big purping. Then out first game, built second game. This is all an elaborate plan by the Lord. Next.
Perfect. What's
I
next?
go third. I let Scotty do it last. My highlights of the day of week 2 had to be 49ers versus the Rams. I think that was a good game in its totality. We've been joking on the Rams. We didn't think, well, I personally didn't think the Rams were going to stand anything. And they coming out here, they're proving me wrong. I think who's probably the best team in the NFL right now, which is the 49ers, to go ahead and give them a dogfight is impressive to me. So I highlight that game, and then he took the Chiefs and the Jags for me because I wanted to touch on the Chiefs and how they don't look that much impressive. But I would transition and say I'm impressed with the Tennessee Titans.
Knew it. I knew it's coming.
It's a great win, but I'm all dig eating aside. What I'm most happy about, about Tennessee is our front line. If our front line can continue to bring pressure against good quarterbacks, and then we pray that Tannehill can have a decent game like he had against the Chargers this past Sunday, we can do something. We can do something. That's my highlights.
Come on, Eric. Come on. I know you can't wait.
My first game, Ravens and Bengals. Ravens go get a tough win, division win on the road against the two-time defending AFC. You know, they're division champions.
What was impressive about this win?
I was told Lamar wasn't a consistent thrower of the ball. He passed Joe Burrow.
I
Nelson
told you that
Aguilar. Wait, wait.
Lamar
You asked me
wasn't.
a question. Let me just answer the question
N-
first.
n-
I appreciate that.
Perfect.
no, no. I'm gonna deal with
Nelson
you. Go ahead.
Aguilar. I had no faith in Nelson Aguilar. I thought he was stinky before this season. He played well in this game. Odell got injured. It's tough, but you had told me J.K. Dobbins. They're not going to be the same. This, that, and the third. They rushed all over the Bengals. I don't know what the hell you were talking about. You know,
Perfect.
they did their part. They picked off Joe Burrow as well. So defense did their part. Did what they had to do. That's what was
Okay, Eric.
impressive to me.
You mentioned Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of baloney and malarkey because he had 5 catches and he
Okay.
had 63 yards or something. No,
Could you tell
no.
me how many catches Jamar Chase had? Since that's baloney, could you go look it up on?
Okay, but I'm not talking about
No, no,
Jamar
no. It's
Chase.
not
I'm
okay.
talking
It's not
about
okay because you
Nelson
just told me it
Aguilar.
was baloney. So could you please look up
But
his?
I never
If that's
said Jamar
baloney, then
Chase
how did
wasn't
Chase play?
baloney. I never said
How did
Jamar
Chase
Chase
play?
wasn't
Because
baloney.
okay,
You said Lamar is his consistent passer.
I didn't. I just told you that he outplayed Joe Burrow. He outpassed him.
Okay, but that's not telling me why you're
QBR is
impressed with the
QBR.
Ravens as a team. You could have said their front seven. You could have said their cornerbacks. But you're going to
Their
tell me
wideouts
Lamar
played
is a
well. Their
consistent
running game
thrower
was
and
good.
he
I said
outplayed
their
Joe
defense was
Burrow?
good.
That's not an analysis.
How is that not an analysis?
You
Lamar
just
played
tell me
great.
that he
I said,
outplayed Joe Burrow,
wait, wait,
obviously,
wait,
but Joe
wait,
Burrow's
wait,
not
wait,
healthy.
wait, 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 wait. Let me go over the points I said so you can listen again. I said Lamar outplayed Joe Burrow. I said they rushed all over the Bengals, which has to do with their offense. And I said their defense played well enough and they picked off Joe Burrow. So I don't know where you missed the other points other than the quarterback, but that's if you wanted to hear it again. Now my next game, of course, I have to go to
No,
my
I
roadies.
just don't get it. Just a muncher. But go ahead.
I mean, it sucks that you're wrong against me 2 weeks in a row. I would hate it too personally, but it is what it is. It happens to the best of us. Um, my next game is definitely
What's up, Juan?
my Washington Commanders. Came
Yeah,
back from
please tell me why
down.
you're impressed with the Commanders. Tell me. I'm
Um,
waiting.
our offense looks way better with Eric Bieniemy. We scored 35 points. I personally didn't see it happening. Sam Howell looks like a competent quarterback. Um, Terry McLaurin, like I said, second best receiver in our division.
Yeah,
They were
five
hating on
catches for
me. He
50
was hooping.
yards.
Um,
5 catches for 50
Double A, you
yards.
seen that touchdown catch? He's better than everybody on your team. I don't know why you're talking while I'm talking. You need to stop that right now.
You're
I'm
stealing my
here. I'm here
Airbnb
enjoying
takes.
my team's win as I'm the
Please
only
tell
person
me,
on this podcast with an undefeated team. Thank you so much. I don't want to hear anything right now. It's time for me
Eric.
to talk.
Eric,
You hear me?
please tell.
Shout out
Tell
the
me.
Commanders. Roll to 3-0. Roll to 3-0. Them Bills is next. Them Bills is next. You tell Josh Allen and Sam Howell on the way. You tell them we coming. What? What?
Tell, are you done? Are you
Nah,
done?
I'm not done perping. I'm a drag today. You heard what I said, bruh. 2-0. What? What?
I'm cutting this
Oh
out. I'm
yeah,
cutting it out.
I'm
I'm
perfect.
cutting it out. I'm cutting
Do,
it out. So
do you
perfect,
know
perfect,
how
perfect.
insane you look right now? Talk about some
No, no.
2-0.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let him hurt himself on internet. Eric, tell me why Tell me how Eric Bieniemy changed this offense because you're a Commanders fan. Tell me how he changed it.
We
Tell me.
look better than we did last year. That's
No,
how
no, no, no. Obviously, but tell me how you changed it.
we look better. Our quarter
Tell me how you changed it. Eric. That's not it. That's not.
running
Obviously, you're
game,
better.
our running game seems more consistent.
Perfect. Who had the
Pass
most
game
rush
is
yards on
more
your
consistent
team?
from the pocket.
Who had the
Even
most
if
rush
he
yards on your
didn't,
team?
you said what?
Who had the most rush yards on your team?
What was this? Was it Gibson? I think it was Gibson.
No, it was not Gibson. No, it was not Gibson.
Who was it?
Brian Robinson.
Nah,
Okay.
get out of
Robinson
here.
just
Take it away, bro. It's
Robinson had
glazed.
the
It's
most rush yards.
glazed. That's all I wanted to prove that it was glazed. It was a glazed section going on.
Well, what you did wasn't a glaze session. You were impressed with the Cardinals. You were down 28-7. You just told me our win wasn't impressive. Then you said your win was impressive because you were down
No,
28-7.
but
Shut the hell up, bro. What?
I
No, don't piss
provided
me off on this joint,
analysis
bro.
as to why. You told
I
me the
just told you.
Commanders' offense looked better because of Eric Bieniemy, and
Guess
you
what I
just
said?
told me
I
that the
said Terry
leading rusher
McLaurin,
is
great
Gibson.
catch.
He
I
was
said our
nowhere
running game rushed
close.
all over them. You told me Brian Robinson. I said I agree. Antonio Gibson also played well. Our offense looked more consistent, and I said we scored
How do you,
35
oh
points.
God,
And I
Antonio
said I
Gibson
didn't.
played
I
well.
didn't expect to score 35 points. I don't know what the hell else you want me to say.
Who do you know God Antonio Gibson played well? Put that on God.
From what I seen, bits and pieces.
Namo, go, bro, go,
Nah,
Namo.
move,
Blow him up.
moving on.
No, Antonio Gibson had 2 rushes for 9 yards. He had
And
two
guess what?
rushes for 9 yards.
Guess
Antonio
what?
Gibson had 2 rushes for 9 yards.
Guess what? He contributed to a win. Go,
How did he
Antonio.
play
Keep doing
well?
what you're doing.
Hey,
How did he play well?
Hey, keep what you're doing,
next
Antonio.
topic,
Roll to
next
3 and
topic,
0,
next topic,
Antonio. You keep
next
doing
topic,
what you're
next
doing.
topic.
Okay, moving on.
You keep doing what you're doing.
Moving on. Moving on.
Casual.
Moving. Moving on. Moving on, bruh. Moving on to weekly. The nah, I can't. Weekly. Weekly self harm. Weekly self harm of the week.
Eric.
I know. I hate that Eric's right all the time too. Hate
Oh
that.
my gosh. Oh my.
I hate that too.
Perfect. So your self harm of the week is Eric.
Go ahead.
Nah, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's
Oh
not. But what you just did, Eric, is it has to be studied.
Roll to 3-0. You heard what I said.
man, nah, guys are gigging me, man.
Wait for
Perfect,
Damo to okay, Damo back. Perfect.
perfect. I'd like to
Oh,
start off.
I had to, oh my bad. I had to. Oh my God.
I'll be starting
Eh,
off the harm of the week. My nomination for this week is Henry Blackburn. I don't think I need to explain. I really don't think I need to. What he did was flat out dirty. He's a rapist. I mean, that's enough self harm in itself.
And he
Moving
got
on.
juked out on the game-winning touchdown or the game-tying touchdown.
Perfect.
That's
So,
getting dealt with.
who y'all go next? My pick is Henry Blackburn.
And I'm in the same field as you, Mr. Dion. But my
Perfect.
self harm is Mr. Jay Norvell,
Yep.
the head coach of Colorado State. And let me tell you why. Now I think we all watched that game, right? Let's be really real with me. They were dominating Colorado. Let's really be honest. Offensively, they were doing anything against him. You're telling me on 4th and 2, you have nothing to lose, and you're gonna punt the ball to Shador Sanders with 2 minutes? Oh, that has to be the worst coaching. You out there condoning hits. You're out there condoning bounty plays, but you can't condone a 4th and 2 to win the football game? Jay Novell, you
Y'all
should look at
ridiculous,
yourself in
bro.
the mirror.
Perfect. My self
That's
harm of
what
the
he
week.
got. Self-harm. Hurt yourself badly, Mr. Novell.
My
Go ahead, Jay.
my self harm of the week. I was torn because LaMelo Ball is on social media. He's grinding 2K, but he's not in the lab. But I'm not even gonna touch on LaMelo Ball. You know what? Yeah, I am. Why does he have 400 game plays and this season's right around the corner? But you know what? I'm gonna leave him alone. Justin Fields, the nasty work you've been doing. Justin Fields, you're a dirty bastard.
That's
What
a
he
good
did
one.
is
self-explanatory. I'll play the clip. At the still shot, and the end result from this play was a sack. And the crazy thing is that it's not like he's overthrowing or missing a receiver.
But he's a nasty bastard. That's all I gotta say.
Perfect, Eric.
My self-harm, surprisingly, I'm going with the Chargers, bro. I don't know what's up with them. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I expected them, like, I mean, I know it's only 2 games, but, like, I expected them to be so much better than they are. I definitely expected them to beat the Titans by 10 plus points. And they went out there and they stunk it up. So they for sure on my list. After that playoff showing that they did to come back this season and be like this, 0-2, nah, they're on my list.
Perfect. Before we move on to the next segment, I just got to put something out there. I'm really getting sick and tired of the amount of celebrities, amount of professional players I'm seeing at these Colorado games
Go
and
Jay.
rappers. I, now, I'm a Clippers fan. Kawhi doesn't go anywhere else. He damn near doesn't even show up to the Clippers games. But you mean you're gonna tell me he's gonna go support Deion Sanders in Colorado?
Yeah, he is.
Why not?
Why?
Yeah, why not?
Why?
He's
Go
not
enjoy
allowed to have a
yourself,
personal
dog.
life.
Why not?
He's not allowed to have a personal life.
He's supposed to be getting ready for the season. Deliver that championship that he promised Steve Ballmer before he signed.
Who said he's not getting ready?
Clearly not. He's clearly not. He's worried about other
Because he
things.
went to enjoy himself at one game?
You know what? I wholeheartedly
Hey,
believe that all of these people showing up to Colorado, they have something to prove to Deion Sanders. They want Deion Sanders to, I don't know what they want from him, but they just want his recognition or something. I don't understand why he's out there. He's sitting there he's sitting out. Oh man, he better play the season. That's all I'm gonna
Sorry,
say, bro.
Kyle Lowry and Chauncey Billups was out there celebrating Dion and his team. Are you
in the
saying that
Kyle
Chauncey
Lowry,
Billups? Hmm?
Chauncey Billups might not have a job in the next 2 years. Kyle Lowry might not have a next job, and maybe they're together because Kyle Lowry's about to get shipped over there. I heard they ended trade talks with the Heat, but I don't believe that. So maybe Kyle Lowry's over there getting a little bit of glazing, and yeah, Coach Chauncey, can I play when I get over there? No, no, your career's over. Your career's over.
Sorry, he had a
yeah,
beautiful showing in last year's playoffs. So
Put that on God. Besides that,
hey man.
that he was
besides
cooking up
that
my
30,
Knicks.
besides that 33-point game, put that on God. He had a great performance in the playoffs. Put that on God.
Sorry, he was a valuable ass of 6th man of the year. Can
The next segment we're about to hop straight into. I'm gonna hurt Kawhi. Anyways, the next segment we got to move into. I need everybody right now to give me their top 3 isolation scores currently in the NBA right now. Now, I'd like to start off first. Number 3, don't shoot me down. I got Kevin Durant. I got
Agree.
at number 3. I got KD, and here's the reason why. Yeah, he's arguably the greatest scorer ever. But if we really look down into the depths of it, KD has no bag. He really has no bag. Besides those 2 long, hezzy crossovers, and besides a few tween crosses, what does Kevin Durant do?
let
Let's
me tell
really
you
sit
something.
here before the glazing starts. What does Kevin Durant really do besides, let's think, besides those 2 long crossovers and the tween cross? What does Kevin Durant do?
Let
Have
me
you
tell you
seen
something.
He
before?
can
Come
he
on,
Let,
he
let me tell
showed
you something.
come on.
Simplicity. Simplicity as it fires. You don't have to do all these crazy moves, dribble the air out of the ball, and put the ball in the basket.
Sorry, Brody.
Simplicity.
Nobody.
wait.
Perfect. The next 2 people I'm about to name don't dribble the air out of the ball. Maybe the first one, people might say, but perfect. At my number 2 spot, I have Luka Doncic. He scores on people way easier than Kevin Durant does, in my opinion. He has way more options. You don't see Kevin Durant stepping back with ease. You don't see Kevin Durant going down in the paint, abusing the size matchup. You see Kevin Durant fade away from the size, or he just shoots over them. But other than that, Luka's getting to the rim with these. He's floating it up. He's doing post fades, the same post fades that KD does, and he's stepping back from half court. Let alone we're talking about isolation scoring, but all of that, and he still does way more stuff than Kevin Durant does on the basketball court. That's my
For
number
who?
2. At number 1, Kyrie Irving. I don't think I need to explain that. You put Kyrie on an island with anybody, it's toast. It's toast. Nobody's guarding him.
Who want to go next? Or
Going
Go
next.
ahead.
Somebody say, hold on, before we go into the next one.
I'm ready
It's
for it.
so funny. It's so funny that you got my guy top 3 in ISO
You don't
and
know
just
him.
said, listen, you just said he's top 3 in ISO and has no bag. Do you know how tough you got to be?
Sorry,
What?
Birdie. I
Do you
gotta
know
give
how
him
tough you
the
got to be
reason.
to
The
have
reason
no
he's in the
bag?
top 3. The reason that he's in the top 3 is because of how easily he scores. I'm giving him his respect. But out of everybody on that list, no, his bag doesn't compare to them. And if we really want to go down into the depths of it, I can name about 5 other players off the top of my dome that have a deeper bag than KD that I'm not going to talk about. But
I
no,
got a question.
So you did
come
it
on.
out of respecting my guy, is what you're saying.
Nah, I did it out of respect for, if you have KD one-on-one with somebody, he can shoot over you every time. Yes, that's why I did it. He's going to score easily. I'm not saying he can't score, but in an ISO situation, yes, KD
I
is
think it's
dangerous
crazy.
because of his height and how easily he scores. Yeah,
Right.
I got a question. I got a couple questions actually, because I find this interesting. Dion, first question, like, you think Kyrie's the most skilled in the NBA?
easily.
Okay.
Offensively, Your offense easily.
Okay, because correct me if I'm wrong, Jaden and Damo, but I don't know if we were on the podcast or we were having a
I know exactly
conversation
what you're
off
talking
camera.
about, bro.
No. I'm about to explain it. Wasn't me and Dion? Weren't we arguing that Kevin Durant was more skilled than Kyrie when Jaden was saying Kyrie's the
Yes,
most
and
skilled
he just
ever?
said that Katie has no bag. That's
Sorry, Bernie.
ridiculous.
That's so like I'm confused as to how you
I
said that
lied.
when we were just on the same page that
Guess what? I lied. I lied for views. I lied. And I've told you that. I've told you that. I literally admitted to Jaden on the phone. I was like, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking. I don't. KD, do I believe KD is
Insane,
more
bro.
talented than Kyrie? Yeah, I do. But offensively skilled? Absolutely not. I lied.
okay.
I lied.
It's a real man to
But
be honest.
who's going next? Who's going next? Guys,
I
insane.
got I go next. Me and Dion have the same three players, but we have them different rankings. I got Luca at 3. I have Kyrie at 2, and I have KD at 1. I think KD he scores the easiest. I don't think anybody can stop him. Regardless of how they play defense, I don't think you can stop him. Kyrie's the most skilled player in the NBA right now. Probably top 3 ever. And Luca, he's just been cooking everybody. It doesn't matter who you put in front of him, how you guard him, what happens, center double team, ISO 1-on-1. I don't think nobody can guard Luca in this
Wait,
league.
you said who's this? You said who's the most skilled player in the NBA right now?
Kyrie.
So you just blew yourself off, or you tried to?
No, my thing is, I was wrong. True. Like I'm not gonna say I wasn't wrong, but like
Perfect.
when you said the point, I was confused. That's why I asked the question. But no, I was wrong. Kyrie is the most skilled in the NBA right now. But yeah, that's my list, and that's why.
So perfect. You have KD at number 1.
Yeah,
Same, and Luca's number what? 3.
and Kyrie's too.
I'm gonna go next. Number 3, Jay Joseph Alexander.
Perfect. He was an
Number
honorable
3.
mention on my list.
Number 2, Jason Tatum. And number 1 is Kevin Durant. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Kyrie. Sorry, Luca. Kyrie, he's a good isolation scorer, but last season, no. It was Shea Gilgeous, Jason Tatum, and KD for me. And Luca's cool, but me personally, no. I think
And
Jason
perfect.
Tatum and Shea.
You know what? I'll save it. I'll save it for after. Go ahead, Damba.
My 3, and I'm just saying it, I'm doing it off of recency bias. But number 3, Joel Embiid. I knew I was gonna get niggas. I
Perfect.
knew I was. Joel Embiid. Come on. He's probably the best ISO big man in the league. Number 2, SGA. Shai Gilgeous. Even though he's with OKC, I understand he's with lesser talent, but he still gets the job done. And then number 1, which I think it should have been all our number 1, it's Luka Doncic. How to win? You just explained every point you said, Dion. It's the
Perfect.
reason why he's number 1. It should be no reason why he shouldn't be number 1.
Perfect. So no KD for you, Bernie?
No KD for me. And I mean, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Kevin Durant, if we really go and you know what I'm saying, we're all basketball analysts. When we sit there and watch KD and how he gets his buckets, he more so gets his buckets off of systematic plays, coming off of down screens, pull up, then he makes his moves. He doesn't really have the ball priority, and then he goes to work. And as you said, it hurts me so much, Dion, because I've been seeing it for the last 2 years now. Is that same heavy crossover that people gets now? He
Perfect.
doesn't do anything different. So I'm hoping I see him in the gym doing these spin fades. I hope I see more of that this season. But it's just when I'm doing the other 3 that I had in front of KD, yes, I feel like they get their buckets isolation based way better than
Perfect.
than KD does.
I
Then
asked a
KD's my guy.
question. I asked a question for Dion. Say what Dion say. I understand that KD has the same, has he pull up in the same the same moves, but those are his signature moves. There has not been a single person that has stopped that move on a
Yes, it
nightly
has.
basis.
Can you put
Who?
that on God?
Yes,
Who?
it has. It is
Tell me
shown
who.
in the play, and it has shown in the
That's why
playoffs.
that's what I was saying for after y'all were done. Because y'all have KD at number one. Y'all have not seen Kyrie nor Luka get clamped up to the point where Russ was chasing him, blocking that joint from him, stealing that joint. You haven't seen nobody like Kyrie or
Bro,
Luka with Kawhi just rip that joint when he's trying to do that hezzy crossover. It's numerous
bro.
plays where I've seen KD get clamped up.
And there's
Look what
been
Boston
numerous
did to him.
plays when I've seen Luca get clamped up. I've seen.
But is it as frequent as? Is it perfect? Let me ask you this:
When
if you're
does
a
KD?
defender, you're more scared to guard KD than Kyrie Irving on an island with the
Dog,
millions watching you?
dog.
That's
Okay,
like
okay,
that's
but
the
that's
inversion.
different. Kyrie's gonna cross me over and make me fall flat in my face. KD's just gonna get me a bucket and keep it moving. Like, bro, KD's the most efficient scorer in the league. How is he not the best ISO scorer? Name a person that's more efficient than KD. That's not a big man.
You just said he's the most efficient scorer, and Damo just said he gets his system. He gets his buckets in a system.
Okay, but
Nah,
he catches
he
he
doesn't.
catches the ball on the mid post. That's not an ISO in the mid post.
Shooting
Like, you
over
have to be at the
somebody
top of the
that's
key. You have to be at the
so
top of the
let
key.
me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Kevin Durant coming down in the Phoenix offense, switching off and getting somebody like, oh, let's just say, for example, in the playoffs, if they switched him off and they got somebody like Jamal Murray on him on the elbow, and he just turns around like literally like this, like a bot, and shoots the joint. That's
Bro,
ISO buckets.
bro, like, tell me if it's that easy for him. How, bro? That's an isolation play. He is isolated. Jamal Murray is isolated on KD. I don't care if it's at the top of the key. I don't care if it's a mid post. I don't care if it's on an elbow. I don't care if it's on a short corner. Those are ISO plays. It's a one on
Now,
one in
now
that
that I'm
situation.
actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I was wrong for putting KD in my top three. I'm really sitting here analyzing it. I shouldn't have put him in the top three because
Because I believe
Joel's
ISO
not.
wise,
Joel, does he isolate better than Joel or SJ like y'all named? Well, like Damo named Joel, you didn't name Joel, but they literally throw three guys at Joel because he's so dangerous and isoing.
Because he is a big man.
Sorry, Brody, I don't care if
still
he's a
doesn't
big man.
matter.
He's not
He
supposed to
does
be able to operate like that.
Bro,
he
you're.
does God
I feel
things,
like the
and
disrespect for KD. I understand he's came up short in the last couple of years of the playoffs, but he's still one of the most dangerous scorers in the league. I'm
Sorry,
really not
Brody.
understanding.
Damo is a known KD fan.
I
Now
am a known
me,
KD fan too. What does that have to do with anything?
put this
because
put
what I'm
put
about to
this
tell you
for
is what I'm about to tell you is so funny. It's so funny, right? Right. And I looked up the stat, and this is not off of Diggy. I looked up the stat. He's not even top 5 ISO score.
oh my gosh.
You said Tatum. Tatum's in front of him. Yeah. You know who else is in front of him, which is crazy, and he's been looking crazy?
Julius
James
Randle.
Harden is James Harden is in front of him. ISO bucket wise. It's a lot of people. I wish I could get the other one, but those four already have more ISO buckets than KD. And
Bro.
then I'm not gonna do that.
Perfect. Jaden, I have a question for you. So, this previous summer, you ran into KD down at our school. And you took a picture with this guy. Does this have anything to do with you meeting the guy? And can you put that on God?
You know what?
Don't do
I just
that.
graduated college. I'm a grown man now. And as a grown man, you have to be able to take accountability and responsibility. Yes, it does have to do with that. Joke. No, it
No.
doesn't.
Put that on God, it doesn't.
Bro, on God, it has nothing to do with that. I wholeheartedly believe that KD is the best isolation scorer in the league. Like, okay, I understand he goes in the system. I understand that he does the same moves. But at the end of the day, you put KD ISO, end of the game situation. I trust him over all the players you named. Every player we named, late game situation, game on the line, KD has the ball. I trust him more than every guy you named. Simple.
But you changing the topic. You talking about game winners. I'm talking about straight isolation during the game. Straight isolation during the game. I believe Tatum right now is better than KD ISO wise? Jason Tatum.
You know
Yes.
what?
And
Maybe I
Jason
gotta watch some
Tatum is
more
on
film
your
on it.
list. Hey, look, you know it's no hate to my guy KD, but ISO right now, better players. And then I didn't name Kyrie because, like I said, I did recency bias. If I didn't do recency bias, Kyrie's in there.
Perfect. So we got one more topic left. I don't think we'll have time to get to it, so we'll just leave you guys on a cliffhanger going into the next episode. The question is, are professional athletes bigger than the law? And that's how we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna open it up next episode with that question. It's been a pleasure. It's been a great episode. I'm Dion Riley, and I'll let my co-host take it out.
Merrick Scott.
Dominic Mitchell.
And B1 and be on sports feed.
No,
He
Let's
won.
break
He
cap.
won, bro.
Let's break cap.
He
Let's
won,
break
bro.
cap.
you're